Welcome to the Meniere's Muse podcast. I'm your host, Heather Davies. What does life look like after being diagnosed with Meniere's disease, vestibular migraine, BPPV, triple PD, neuritis, MDDS, or any other balance disorder? How do you accept the new normal and learn to live and manage all the symptoms associated with these disorders? This podcast will introduce you to vestibular warriors who share their healing journey, obstacles they've overcome, and ones they continue to struggle with. Pretty much anything and everything these disorders shake up in our lives. We share stories that are honest and vulnerable. We laugh, we cry, but mostly we learn from and lean on each other, so no one feels alone. Come be inspired and lean on a community that will empower you. You don't have to navigate these turbulent waters alone. Today's episode is a little different from past ones, as it's one where I share my personal thoughts of living with vestibular migraine and Meniere's disease for the past 7 years. Thank you for being here. Happy 7th DizzyVersary to me. Yeah, 7 years. Wow. As I settled down today to write on my laptop about my 7th DizzyVersary coming and going this past weekend, I found myself captivated by the reflection on the screen. Who was this person staring back at me? Her likeliness to my mother was striking, especially the increasing prevalence of silver glitter in her hair. Her neck and eyes carry the most visible signs of age and echo my mother's features. While in this trance-like state, what struck me next were her shoulders, my shoulders, carrying the weight of the past 7 years. The intense vertigo became so familiar that the floor's embrace became a welcoming place for nearly 6 months. Like a cosmic journey through a wormhole, similar to Claire Beecham's time travel adventure, in many ways, I too touched the stones that transported me into another era. Reflecting on the past 7 years of this journey, I recall feeling lost in the world of medicine, struggling with overwhelming despair, searching for the light that I held for so many people in my past. In time, I was able to see a small flicker, which my hope clung on to. After finally surrendering and embracing this new life, I could move on in my healing. My life had undergone such profound transformation that I often questioned whether I would want to return to the way things were. As many warriors, my friends, my vesties, openly share about mourning their past, today I have given it such deep thought that if I was given the chance, would I? If I could go back and change the 7 years, erase the discomfort, the humiliation, and the uncertainty of the past 7 years, I honestly believe I would not change a thing. No, nothing, nada. I wouldn't. I know many of my vestibular sisters and brothers may have different perspectives, just as our symptoms vary in intensity. But this would be my choice. I'd live through it all again if it meant returning to where I am today, sitting here in this chair at this campground, merely 10 feet from the serene Alafai River, unaware of my existence, flowing peacefully. You might wonder why I wouldn't change a thing. Well, the past 7 years have been a rebirth of sorts for me, one of profound transformation in my life. Much like a caterpillar breaking down before emerging from a chrysalis, a beautiful butterfly, the upheaval and challenges I faced allowed me to reconstruct a foundation of my choosing. This also meant reevaluating my priorities and changing my previous mindset too, which was focused mainly on finances and the need to please others and meeting society's expectations. The symptoms allowed me over time to reveal my inner strength, resilience, compassion, and empathy. Sometimes moving forward means embracing your most authentic and brilliant life, just as it is, all while recognizing that it can change at any moment. Now, reflecting back on these past 7 years, my rebirth, my 7th birthday, my balance recovery day, whatever you want to call it, I'm reminded of my love for life. I cherish the serene moments, as much as the turbulent ones. I continue to face daily challenges, but have embraced the fact that this is my life, and I will live it my way. Even while others may not understand, I'll embrace hope and remember that while there is the possibility of experiencing new symptoms, including one of my greatest fears, deafness, I will treasure the journey until that moment arrives. I've learned that forgiveness is also one of the keys to my happiness. As I continue to cultivate forgiveness, I strive to forgive those in my past that disappeared when I needed them most. And I'll continue to work on forgiving my body for betraying me and being unrecognizable from all the changes over the years. I've also discovered that becoming that very person I once needed at the beginning of my vestibular journey, I have begun to sow seeds of joy and peace in myself, as well as others that have touched my life. Fear is something I'm asked about often by newbie vestibular warriors and others that just need reassurance. And I too slip back into that fear mindset occasionally. In moments of fear, I've found strength to reach out and lean on others, trusting that they genuinely care about my well-being as I do theirs. In my fear, I have unearthed the power to share the uneasy and unattractive areas of this illness, but in a way that I pray gives hope. I have come to understand that our inner strength is far greater than I ever imagined, and remember fear is only fueled by the strength that I give it. For all the days I've learned to lean on my vestibular sisters and brothers, they've also learned to lean on me. I'm thankful for them, and if you're still listening, I'm thankful for you. For all the tears I've wept in solitude, and for those tears that have fallen for warriors still lost in the darkness, I see you. I will hold your hand and sit with you, because I too have been and on occasion return there. The darkness is not easy to navigate by yourself. My heart has been broken many times for those stuck and unable to navigate their way out. I've often wondered why some get comfortable without a glimmer of light for so much longer than others, and others immediately taste the cool, damp bitterness and immediately retreat. It's so complicated. It's so personal. It's so unimaginable. Each journey is uniquely individual, while profoundly similar. Please, if you are someone searching for the light, allow your faith to be your fuel, hope your kindling, and self-care the air you need to seek out a supportive community, your people, to ignite that chemical reaction that will help you discover your own light and guide you on a path out of the darkness. All of these things are important. Each one relies on the other. There is one other thing that fueled a fire in me, and I discovered this after a very difficult discussion with a friend. When she left me, I felt as though I had been gut punched. It hurt deep. It hurt my entire body and cut deep into my soul. This is also when that deep cut propelled me to remember my why. If you've heard my story before, you know it was remembering our dreams that was a catalyst for figuring out how to live my best life with these symptoms. The thought of the dreams my husband and I created never happening wasn't acceptable. The many hours dreamscaping, visiting, sailing, playing on sailboats to find just the right one. When we traded in Netflix to binge sailing YouTube channels. Yeah, it's a thing. It's a very big thing. The dream boards, the Pinterest boards, the research on motion comfort and sailing families, and just, all the stuff. We had already painted our dreams so vividly. It had to happen. After all, our friends already thought we were crazy by dreaming this big dream, selling our home and 90% of our belongings and doing it. And guess what? We did. We did it. But I digress. The point is, our dream was the driving force behind my healing. For some, the driving force may be working on your master's degree, running a marathon, having babies, traveling the world, or maybe it's living the simple life. Whatever it is, make it bigger than your fear. It is different for everyone. So trust your intuition. Make your why bigger than the symptoms you're experiencing. I'm certain I could discuss this all day, as could many of my vestibular sisters and brothers. But today, I just wanted to get on and share that today is my 7th anniversary living with dizziness. I've survived, and I am truly a better person all around. So please trust it does get better, even if there are moments when it feels worse and then better again. Embrace the lessons they both teach us, the good and the bad days. I'm wishing you many steady days ahead. Thanks again for being here. If you would like to reach out to me, please see all the ways to do so in the show notes. Remember to like, review, and share this episode. If you would like to learn more about vestibular disorders, please visit the VITA website, www.vestibular.org. Remember to love and be gentle with yourself. Lean on this beautiful community, and remember that healing is possible. I'll see you soon, warriors.